Liverpool are Premier League champions. And I think I have to start off the bat. Liverpool, congratulations for becoming Premier League champions for the first time in, 35 years, or how long has it been? Come on. You're not really going to count the 2019-21, are you? Like, come on. I mean, this one is done in front of people. You know, this one counts. That one doesn't count. Forget that one. So, well done. For the first time in nearly 4 decades, Liverpool are actual Premier League champions. Congratulations. I've got something to say about Liverpool very, very shortly. All jokes aside. What I have to say, though, about Tottenham. You ain't getting away with this, Tottenham. You ain't getting away with this, lads. Yeah? No. This is the history of the Tottenham. This is Spurs. You go 1-0 up, you get asked to hold on to a lead, and you can't do it for more than 2 minutes and 36 seconds. You know, and I just made up the number there. It's not the actual number. It's probably less. But Tottenham are Tottenham. They can't hold on to a let alone a lead. Just a goal to save their lives. Defending, that's not in our vocabulary, says Tottenham. That's not in their dictionary. If you got the Tottenham Dictionary of Footballing Terms and you went all the way to defending, I can't find it. It's not here. It's not in our dictionary. Unbelievable. Listen, and I mean, the problems at Tottenham goes way beyond Ange Postecoglou, but I think it's safe to say Ange Postecoglou needs to leave his job with immediate effect. Yeah, simple as that. There's nothing left. There's absolutely nothing left. Tottenham are an absolute shambles. You know what's crazy? Who's actually going to finish lower? Man United or Tottenham? United got away with one earlier. They nearly lost to Bournemouth, and had it been for a flipping controversial last 5 minutes at Bournemouth, then they might have actually left with a loss, but they managed to get a draw. Who's going to finish lower between those two? Who's going to finish closer to relegation? It's still Operation 40 points for both of those clubs, so we'll see what's going to happen. But that's Tottenham. Liverpool. I have to give credit to Arne Slot and the trajectory that Liverpool have managed to keep themselves on. I think Jurgen Klopp deserves some credit for this. Not all. I'm not going to say, they've won it because of Jurgen Klopp. No. But the transition from what he had left to what Arne Slot has inherited has been very seamless. Very seamless, very smooth, very plain sailing. Whilst everyone else has been in their own little gutter for at least a portion of the season, Liverpool have just been... They just flatlined their way to the Premier League title. So... they are officially Premier League champions. I do feel like because of that, Jurgen Klopp deserves a mention for what was initially built. You know, it's not like a manager comes in one season, does something small, and then someone else comes in and then you try to give credit to the past manager. Well, maybe on a minuscule level, but Jurgen Klopp has left heritage at Liverpool. And it seemed like it was very... straightforward for Arne Slot and the new regime to come in and take the reins and just keep it going. And they've done that very, very efficiently. So well done to all of them. But credit to Arne Slot as well, because he has imprinted his own ways, his own adaptations, his own touches into this Liverpool team. And it's worked. So credit. I feel like he's done a good job at maintaining. He's not changed too much. You know, there's been a couple of tactical adjustments here and there, especially on the defensive side. They're not so rock and roll as they used to be, but they still get the job done. So all the good traits that Liverpool had, he's managed to keep into place. And any other changes that he's brought upon have worked. So credit to Liverpool for that, and credit to Jurgen, credit to Arne Slot. It was funny, I came across Portuguese commentary and they actually called him Slot Machine. So, can that be maintained into next season? We will find out. But now that Liverpool are Premier League champions, I do want to say Liverpool's next game is Chelsea. So I feel like Chelsea, as classy as we are, we are London's finest, West End, the rich part of London. We do things with class. We do things with royal touches. Parliamentary procedure. Congrats, Chris Eubank, for last night's fight. That was absolutely incredible. One of the greatest fights I've ever seen in my life. Right, I have to give that a mention. Big up to Eubank Senior for showing up in the way that he did. And I feel like there's a touch of this that has to be forwarded over into what I'm about to say, because Chelsea represents an area of London that is elite. Okay? And I feel like, in fairness to Liverpool winning the Premier League title, yeah, in the good name of fair play and the good name of sportsmanship and the good name of respectful recognition for the accomplishment of our adversary in this competition, I feel like it's only right that we as Chelsea do something for Liverpool prior to next weekend's game. They've won the title. How about we organise and fund a nice title celebration at a top class London venue, yeah, for Liverpool to come in on Saturday afternoon, yeah, Saturday, can only do Saturdays, can't do any day before, so you're gonna have to deal with that, but Saturday afternoon, you come in, listen, unlimited space, unlimited alcohol, and an unlimited time. There's no closing time. You can go on for as long as you want, even if you want to go into the early hours. You know, I'm not advising for it, but if you want to, I ain't against it. Why not? You've won the Premier League. You might as well go crazy. Like I said again, make sure you remember this part. There's unlimited alcohol. So just go to the bar and just do what you want. Celebrate, enjoy, and that's all on us. Yeah? Out of the good faith and good nature of London's classiest club, London's elite, top-end creme de la creme, to recognise your accomplishment as Premier League champion. And then the next day you can come to Stamford Bridge and play us. So, I feel like that's a good plan, don't you think? Yeah? You know? And then, you know, when they do come to Stamford Bridge and you know, I'm expecting a difficult game at that point. Yeah, it'll be hard. I mean, we're playing the Premier League champions, aren't we? So, you know, but the offer is there. You can come and celebrate. Come to London. You know, you don't want to really do it in Liverpool. You're going to do it in Liverpool all week. You might as well top it off at the end in London. Yeah. So, go crazy. And again, like I said, the bar is unlimited. Remember that point. It's unlimited. Remember, don't forget, it's unlimited. Knock yourselves out, literally. Congrats, Liverpool. All jokes aside, they deserve it. There's no one else that came close. Not even Arsenal now. Arsenal are in a flipping... They've gone down a route. You know, you're driving in the middle of nowhere and then you find the route that you think is the right direction, but you're not so sure. You're like, screw it, let's just go down it and see what happens. That's kind of Arsenal now. They have found themselves in the Champions League semi-final. It's like, hang on, there's no one expected this. You know, we're talking about them bottling the league. They're now en route to maybe becoming European champions. I mean, it's crazy. So we'll see what happens there. But no one came close in England. No one came close to what Liverpool have managed to do. Like I said, there were good moments and bad moments for many clubs. Many clubs. Whether they started bright, they fell off. Whether they fell off and caught up. Or whether they, well, not caught up, but managed to fix themselves. But too little, too late. Across the spectrum, no one's been consistent. Liverpool have been consistent. From day one till now. Consistent. So they deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. I don't know what to expect for next season. They're definitely going to be up there because they've got all the big pieces in place. What's crazy is they've kept their best players into next season. Van Dijk's not going anywhere. Salah's not going anywhere. Those are, especially Salah, we thought they were all leaving. They're not. So again, one more season. We'll see who they buy because now I feel like the transition is going to have to start in some positions. Now is the time to maybe think about getting a centre-back. Now is the time about thinking getting another winger in order to maybe bed a couple of those players in for when the time comes for a Salah to depart or Van Dijk to depart. The transition would have been made, maybe. So maybe they're going to start considering that this summer. But that's how you evolve and that's how you change. That's how you transition. You don't do it all in one go and try and do it all at once, you know. I feel like Liverpool are in a very good position to do just that. So, like I said, credit to Liverpool. They deserve it. Premier League champions. And Tottenham, please go and liquidate. You're of absolutely no use to anybody. Yeah? The best thing Tottenham did was host last night's fight between Eubank and Conor Benn. That is the best thing Tottenham have done in the last decade. Maybe more. There's not been an event like last night at that stadium since it opened. Since it opened. So Tottenham, credit to you for being good hosts. That's as far as the history of the Tottenham goes. In seeing greatness in front of you is being able to see and witness a fight like you actually helped host yesterday. That was the greatest thing Tottenham have accomplished in the last 3 decades. So, or more. I don't even know. What is the history of the Tottenham? Is there even any silverware here? I don't know. But credit to them for that. They put on a fantastic fight. That's it. On a footballing level though, what a disgrace. What a sham. What a shambles. Listen, all jokes aside, when it comes to Tottenham, it's pretty obvious what needs to happen there, yeah? And we say this season in, season out, season in, season out. You could hire and fire and get all the managers in the world. You could even get multiple managers to combine themselves into one super ultra manager, yeah? And they would still flop because the structure at Tottenham Hotspur is an absolute joke. On a footballing level, it's a joke. And that is what needs to change. So until that changes, expect the same history of the Tottenham. It's as simple as that. So, congrats Liverpool. Next weekend, like I said, go crazy. You'll get your little guard of honour and then hopefully you'll be really hungover and we can maybe beat you 1-0. But anyway, we'll see you then. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. I'll catch all of you on the next one, people. Look after yourselves. Take care. Reddit video. See you then tomorrow. And peace.